We are live here on the East Coast of the US. My name is T. Waldron. This is Pumpkin, and she loves the live. She jumps on the chair when she knows it's time, and she just wants to share a little positivity too. I'm reading from the book, The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. She was a metaphysician around the turn of the century, and she self-published this book in 1925, which, wow, it's 100 years old, which is so cool. And again, it's called The Game of Life and How to Play It. I'm just going to read the first line, and then I'll pick up where we left off, because I love the first line, and it bears repeating. And here it is. Most people consider life a battle, but it is not a battle. It is a game. And she proceeds to tell us the different rules of the game, which is so helpful. So we left off where she says, many people have brought disaster into their lives through idle words. For example, a woman once asked me why her life was now one of poverty and of limitation. Formerly, she had a home surrounded by beautiful things and had plenty of money. We found that she was often tired of the management of her home, and she said repeatedly, "I'm sick and tired of things. I wish I lived in a trunk." And she added, "Today I am living in that trunk." She had spoken herself into a trunk. The subconscious mind has no sense of humor, and people often joke themselves into unhappy situations and experiences. For example, a woman who had a great deal of money joked continually about getting ready for the poorhouse. In a few years, she was almost destitute, having impressed her subconscious mind with the picture of lack and limitation. Fortunately, now this is the hopeful part, the law works in both ways, and a situation of lack may be changed to one of plenty. And she gives another example. For example, a woman came to me one hot summer day for treatment for prosperity. She was worn out, dejected, and discouraged. She had possessed just $8 in the world. I said, "Good. We'll bless the $8 and multiply them as Jesus Christ multiplied the loaves and the fishes. For he taught that every person has the power to bless and to multiply, to heal and to prosper." So isn't that a powerful statement? We all have the power to bless and multiply, to heal and prosper. And we just have to figure out how to tap into that, which is the trick. She said, "What shall I do next?" I replied, "Follow intuition. When you have a hunch to do anything or to go anywhere, or do you have a hunch to do anything or go anywhere? Intuition means intuition, or to be taught from within. It is our unerring guide, and I will deal more fully with it with this law in the following chapter." The woman replied, "I don't know. I seem to have a hunch to go home. I have just enough for car fare." Her home was in a distant city and was one of lack and limitation. And the reasoning mind, or her intellect, would have said, "Stay in New York and get work and make some money." Oh, good morning if you tuned in. I'd love to know where you're tuning in from. I'm reading from the book, The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. And she was a metaphysician around the turn of the century. And she self-published this book 100 years ago. So I'm just reading a couple little chapters, a couple little paragraphs, and then I would love to hear from you folks and see what's up. So the woman replied, "I have enough to go home. I have just enough for car fare." Her home was in a distant city and one of lack and limitation, and her reasoning mind would have said, "Stay in New York and get work and make money." I replied, "Then go home, never violate a hunch." So her intuition told her to go home, even though she had a lot more opportunities, you would think, in New York City. Oh, good morning. Okay. Sneeze one time for us. No, I don't think I will, but thanks for tuning in. Okay, so anyway, go home and never violate a hunch. I spoke the words for her. Infinite Spirit opened the way for great abundance for her. She is an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to her by divine right. I told her to repeat it continually, and also she left for home immediately. In calling one day, she linked up with an old friend of her family. Through this friend, she received thousands of dollars in a most miraculous way. And she has said to me often, "Tell people about the woman who came to you with $8 and a hunch." So that's a strong reminder that we should follow our intuition, that we should take action, towards it, and also pray for guidance, because that intuition, it comes from within us, but it's also from, from the powers that be, from God, from source, from the universe. So I hope that message landed well with you. We're going to end with a couple of, and thank you for liking, I appreciate that. We're going to end with a few deep breaths, because I've got to head out to a barre class. And that is a stretching class with like ballet and Pilates, and it's super duper fun. And it's just really good to move. So if you're not already involved in working out and stuff, I do recommend you try to get moving and do some things for you. But we're going to end it with a few deep breaths. So if you can, close your eyes and inhale through your nose and hold it there. And then exhale through your mouth and hold it out. And inhale through your nose. And as you inhale, think about inhaling peace and relaxation, allowing any parts of your tense body to sort of settle in and relax, and hold it. And then exhale and let that tension go. Release that negativity, release those, maybe you're thinking negative about someone or something. Just let it go. Relax into that breath and hold it out. We'll do one more round. Inhale. Okay. And hold it. And then exhale. And hold it out. And you can open your eyes if your eyes are closed. Oh, good morning. Hi. La Lubufan. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great weekend. On the week, I do 8 a.m., and then on weekends, I do my session at 11. So do tune in tomorrow, and please like and subscribe if you want to, learn ways that I found to be my best self, and maybe you can find some useful information from that as well. Ready, pumpkin? Jump. Come on, you can do it. Nope, she's a cat. She's not going to do it. Sometimes she jumps across. Thank you. From myself to yourself. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Okay. Oh, it didn't go.